world. I'll take the entrepreneur route any day of the week. 0 to 1 states that the first step to starting a business is betting on a contrarian truth. This is the basis for most successful businesses. For example, Netflix had to bet on the fact that people wanted to binge watch TV shows at home, and Airbnb had to believe that people would be willing to stay in a stranger's house. For many people, the biggest hurdle is coming up with an idea. However, this is often easier than you might think. Disrupt You outlines an effective method which is to write down 3 things that annoy you every day and think about how they could be done better. By doing this, you'll have 90 ideas to consider each month. When you have an idea, don't be afraid to share it with people that can help you. People tend to be too protective of their plans, but the truth is that an idea alone is usually not that great. The lean startup emphasizes the importance of execution and the use of the build, measure, learn feedback loop. This approach ensures that you don't create something nobody wants and allows you to pivot and adapt your idea as you go. There was an interesting study conducted on 108 new businesses across 30 industries. Out of these, 92 businesses chose to enter red oceans, while 16 adopted a blue ocean strategy. A blue ocean refers to a market that has little to no competition, while a red ocean is named so because of the fierce competitions between competitors. The study found that 39% of profits came from businesses in competitive markets, while 61% of profits came from those that used the blue ocean strategy. Furthermore, these businesses went on to dominate their industries for 10 to 15 years after launch. A good strategy for creating your own blue ocean is to become oversubscribed. Consider Ferraris. Many people want them, but not everyone can have one. Yet the people that run Ferrari aren't losing sleep over this, as they know that this scarcity keeps demand high and the cars highly desired. Every oversubscribed product has people who are willing to buy it but can't get their hands on it. When I'm driving up demand for my products, I always remember the core lesson from Breakthrough Advertising. This book is actually the most expensive book in the video. It states that you can't manufacture desires. Instead, your job is to create a product that fulfills the market's already existing desires. Level 3, $1 million to $10 million plus. Elon Musk wouldn't be nearly as successful as he is today if he didn't have the ability to inspire others to make his visions a reality. Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion is one of the best books on this topic. I've been using this principle in my model shops for years, as my employees are encouraged to help customers with quick repairs for free. I know that if we do this, the person's far more likely to come back in the future and make a much larger purchase. You can use this with anything. Just focus on giving value and eventually it'll come back to you. Dealing with people comes with a lot of headaches. You can't compromise on your vision, but you also need to make sure that people don't resent you. Never Split the Difference says you can do this by using something called tactical empathy. The key is to empathize with someone's situation to get them to empathize with yours. People want to be heard, and as mentioned in How to Win Friends and Influence People, they don't want to be told they're wrong. The reality is, all humans are emotion-led creatures. They tend to make their decisions with this in mind and then justify their actions with logic. Pitch Anything explains this as having 3 different brains. The crop brain, which developed when we were mere animals, the midbrain, and the neocortex, where we make all of our decisions. Most people try to appeal to the neocortex when they want to sell something, but first you need to break through the crop brain. You can do this by using emotion and making what you're asking for as simple as possible. Leadership is something I've spent a lot of time learning about, because the better you are at it, the more money you can make. Start With Why shares a useful tool called the Golden Circle, where why is at the center, how is in the middle ring, and what is in the outer ring. Bad leaders start from the outside and rarely get to the center. This is like my teachers at school, who told me to read because that's what I needed to do, but never inspired me to take action. On the other hand, my mentors told me that if I wanted to become wealthy and have freedom, I should read specific books, and they gave me recommendations to achieve my goals. After that, I really saw the value in books. The key here is that great leaders inspire you to take action. They don't tell you to. It may surprise you, but all leaders are pretty calculated people deep down. Reading the 48 Laws of Power opened my eyes to this even more. One of my favourite laws was number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. This is so true as an employee and a leader. If you can be replaced by someone, you can never truly have power. However, if your future business is dependent on irreplaceable people, it will eventually collapse. The reason why 80% of new businesses fail is that the person running it does not understand how to build systems and processes. The E-Myth outlines how most people who start businesses are not entrepreneurs, but rather just good at a certain skill. For example, someone who makes good cakes may not necessarily be able to run a successful bakery. These kinds of entrepreneurs often overinvest in their businesses, hoping that one day they will turn a profit. However, what often happens is the income slows down while expenses remain high, leading to the closure of the business and no profits. That's why adopting the strategy described in the book Profit First is crucial. The book proposes that entrepreneurs should run their business with the calculation sales minus profit equals expenses to ensure that they're always profitable. I believe one of the primary reasons I've succeeded in business for so long is by specializing in one specific niche: radio controlled models.